What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sgt Mooby here. Now, you may not be aware, but yesterday was Inauguration Day, and Donald J. Trump was sworn into office. Now, I don't particularly like the orange 3-year-old that we now have as potentially the most powerful man in the world, so I figured we would take the piss out of his inauguration speech, because seriously? Give me a second, I'll show you what I mean. Alrighty, there he is, the orange behemoth himself. Why did you mouth that? You have a microphone in front of you.
Chief Justice Roberts, President Carter, President
Ex-President.
President
Ex-President.
Bush, President
Ex-President.
Obama, fellow Americans, and people of the world, thank you.
Yeah. Welcome.
We, the citizens of America, are now joined in a great national effort to rebuild our country and restore its promise for all of our people.
You just mentioned the world.
Together, we will determine the course of America and the world for many, many years to come.
4, if you're lucky.
We will face challenges. We will confront hardships, but we will get the job done. Every 4 years, we gather on these steps to carry out the orderly and peaceful transfer of power.
Just want to say,
and we are grateful to
Obama did
President
8.
Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama for their gracious aid.
Now, I was watching
throughout
this live earlier on.
They have been magnificent.
Watch the servicemen.
Thank you.
After Obama. Handing out saran wrap there. See? They
Today's
multiplied.
ceremony, however, has very special meaning.
No.
Because
Like,
today,
is it a photo opportunity?
we're not
or?
merely transferring power from one administration to another, or from one party to another.
Yes, we are.
But we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people.
All right, Bane, chill out. People of America, the city is yours.
For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government while the people have borne the cost. Washington flourished, but the people did not share in its wealth.
Unless you had a small loan of $1 million.
Politicians prospered, but the jobs left and the factories closed. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens
what an
of our
establishment
country.
does.
Their victories have not been your victories. Their triumphs have not been your triumphs. And while they celebrated in our nation's capital, there was little to celebrate for struggling families all across our land.
Yeah.
That all changes starting right here and right now.
Can't help but wonder.
Because this moment is your moment. It belongs to you.
Or more specifically to you, the person that was running for president. Not the approximate 10,000 people that were
It belongs to
there.
everyone gathered here today and everyone watching all across America.
And the world.
This is your day. This is your celebration. And this, the United States of America, is your country.
He looks so smug when he says that.
What truly matters is not which party controls our government, but whether our government is controlled by the people.
Ultimately, that is what democracy means, and that is the first sane thing I think
January
I've
20th,
ever heard Donald Trump say.
2017 will be remembered as the day the people became the rulers of this nation again.
And there it goes.
The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer.
But if they're already forgotten...
Everyone is listening to you now. You came by the tens of millions to become part of a historic movement, the likes of which the world has never seen before.
The American fight for independence.
At the center of this movement is a crucial conviction that a nation exists to serve its citizens.
Yes.
Americans want great schools for their children, safe neighborhoods for their families, and good jobs for themselves. These are just and reasonable demands of righteous people and a righteous public.
Righteous
but for
is
too
a
many
weird
of our
word
citizens,
for
a
it.
different reality exists. Mothers and children trapped in poverty in our inner cities, rusted out factories scattered like tombstones across the landscape of our nation, an education system flush with cash, but which leaves our young and beautiful students deprived of
What does
all
that beauty
knowledge.
have to do with anything? Unless it's
And
like
the crime,
mental beauty.
and the gangs, and the drugs that have stolen too many lives and robbed our country of so much unrealized potential. This American carnage stops right here and stops right now.
or until it keeps going, because I very much doubt you'll be able to do anything to stop it because it's so ingrained.
We are one nation, and their pain is our pain. Their dreams are our dreams, and their success will be our success. We share one heart, one home, and one glorious destiny.
I'm bringing destiny into it now.
The oath of office I take today is an oath of allegiance to all Americans.
Despite the fact that a vast majority
For many decades,
don't want you as
we've
their president.
enriched foreign industry at the expense of American industry, subsidized the armies of other countries while allowing for the very sad depletion of our military. We've defended other nations' borders while refusing to defend
Who
our
are you
own.
defending your borders from? What, is Mexico going to suddenly spring up an uprising?
And spent trillions and trillions of dollars overseas while America's infrastructure has fallen into disrepair and decay.
It's called being a
We've
humanitarian.
made other countries rich, while the wealth, strength, and confidence of our country has dissipated over the horizon.
Right.
One by one, the factories shuttered and left our shores, with not even a thought about the millions and millions of American workers that were left behind. The wealth of our middle class has been ripped from their homes and then redistributed all across the world.
What's the middle class got to do with it?
But that is the past. And now we are looking only to the future.
Does remind me of that sketch that Morecambe and Wise did years ago. I am the working class man. I look up to the middle class man,
We assembled here today
etc., etc.
are issuing a new decree to be heard in every city, in every foreign capital, and in every hall of power. From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
Sieg Heil, Sieg Heil, Sieg Heil.
Every decision on trade, on taxes, on immigration, on foreign affairs will be made to benefit American workers and American families. We must protect our borders from the ravages of other countries making our products, stealing our companies, and destroying our jobs.
But if the jobs are overseas in the first place, how are they destroying your jobs? It's like Schrodinger's immigrant. I'll explain more in a
Protection
minute.
will lead to great prosperity and strength. I will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down.
Until this becomes more of a job for you then.
America will start winning again, winning like never before.
Winning at what? Baseball?
We will bring back our jobs. We will bring back our borders.
Where have they
We
gone?
will bring back our wealth. And we will bring back our dreams.
Where have the borders and the dreams gone?
We will build new roads and highways and bridges and airports and tunnels and railways all across our wonderful
To
nation.
what point?
We will get our people off of welfare and back to work, rebuilding our country with American hands and American labor. We will follow two simple rules: buy American and hire American.
Yeah.
We will seek friendship and goodwill with the nations of the world, but we do so with the understanding that it is the right of all nations to put their own interests first. We do not seek to impose our way of life on anyone, but rather to let it shine as an example. We will shine for everyone to follow.
My case in fucking point.
We will reinforce old alliances and form new ones and unite the civilized world against radical Islamic terrorism,
that we're gonna slip in
which
there.
we will eradicate completely from the face of the earth.
Send in the Marines. Is that an AT&T poncho?
At the bedrock of our politics will be a total allegiance to the United States of America. And through our loyalty to our country, we will rediscover our loyalty to each other. When you open your heart to patriotism, there is no room for prejudice.
What happened to the wall, Donald? Okay, so he's got like Slovakian pins and whatnot.
The Bible tells us how good and
Sikh gentleman
pleasant
there, right?
it is when God's people live together in unity.
And now he's
We
bringing
must
God
speak
into
our
it.
minds openly, debate our disagreements honestly, but always pursue solidarity. When America is united, America is totally unstoppable.
But America will never be united.
There should be no fear. We are protected, and we will always be protected. We will be protected by the great men and women of our military and law enforcement. And most importantly, we will be protected by
Oh,
God.
God. It's always God. It's always God.
Finally, we must think big and dream even bigger. In America, we understand that a nation is only living as long as it is striving. We will no longer accept politicians who are all talk and no action, constantly complaining, but never doing anything about it. The time for empty talk is over. Now arrives the hour of action.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Do not allow anyone to tell you that it cannot be done. No challenge can match the heart and fight and spirit of America. We will not fail. Our country will thrive and prosper again. We stand at the birth of a new millennium, ready to unlock the mysteries of
No,
space,
we don't.
to free the earth from the miseries of disease, and to harness the energies, industries, and technologies of tomorrow. A new national pride will stir our souls, lift our sights, and heal our divisions. It's time to remember that old wisdom our soldiers will never forget, that whether we are black or brown or
What about
white,
everything between?
we all bleed the same red blood of patriots.
Okay, so it's when you bring patriotism into it, this nihilistic
We all enjoy the same glorious
love.
freedoms, and we all salute the same great American flag.
Of a country so flawed, fundamentally flawed.
And whether a child is born in the urban sprawl of Detroit or the windswept plains of Nebraska, they look up at the same night sky, they fill their heart with the same dreams, and they are infused with the breath of life by the same almighty
Oh,
Creator.
fuck off. You got so godly I had to take off my
So
hat.
to all Americans, in every city, near and far, small and large, from mountain to mountain, from ocean to ocean, hear these words: you will never be ignored again. Your voice, your hopes, and your dreams will define our American destiny.
As long as they fall in line with
And
the
your courage and
Republican
goodness and
Party's
love
mandate.
will forever guide us along the way. Together, we will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again.
You can feel the
We will
tension
make
rising.
America proud
The balls
again.
are clenching.
We will make America safe again.
And
yes, together, we will make America great
Gush.
again. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
That's what you do. You
Thank
leave
you.
them with a gush.
God bless
One
America.
massive cum shot. Obama's like, yeah, sure, you didn't write that, did you? You didn't. Michelle's not impressed. Biden's like, fuck this guy. Clinton looks haggard. Like, Clinton looks really fucking old. Alright, we'll dive out to big time view, and I will give you my final thoughts on the Trump inauguration speech. And there you have it. We now have, 45th president? I was hoping Obama was going to resign like a day early, so we could have Joe Biden as president for a day. And then all that merchandise would have been for nothing. But yeah, it kind of goes without saying. The massive amounts of xenophobia that were happening during the campaign. The massive amounts of sexism, inherent racism, that people are saying that Trump wasn't a racist. I have to disagree, because ultimately what was Build a Wall about, other than keeping people out? But we're stuck with him for 4 years, unless he gets impeached. Which, I mean, if everything goes the way I think it's going to go, eventually he's either going to get bored, he's going to get caught in some kind of sex scandal, someone's going to try and shoot him. It wouldn't be the first time. Someone already tried to shoot him during the campaign. Unfortunately, he was English and a complete and utter moron. Not that I'm saying that Trump should be assassinated. Don't get that twisted. I'm not saying that he should be assassinated. What I'm saying is, I don't think he's going to be a good president. And ultimately, for the landscape of the world, I think it's going to be a very dangerous time. It's going to be a very tumultuous time where nothing's really set in stone, because he has no political experience. And from the looks of things, the people that he's put in his cabinet also have no political experience. I was actually looking up about his education secretary today, and boy oh boy, was I I was in stitches. I honestly was. To the people that say, Mooby, you're English, this doesn't concern you, leave American politics out of it. I live on the same planet that you do. He's essentially the most powerful man in the world. I have a right to take an interest in this. And as an entertainer, I can say, well, he was on The Apprentice way before he was ever considering a run at the White House. But now he's in. And for the next 4 years, we have to live with it. Good job, America. Good job. Hope you enjoyed the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you did, please remember to leave a like. And you can always subscribe as well. There'll be a link on the end card, as well as in my main channel page. But until next time, this is Sgt Mooby, signing off.